I found a note in my daughter's second grade homework folder that made me quit my high-paying corporate job the next day. 3 months ago, I was the premise of Epions for a major tech company, making more money than I'd ever dreamed possible. I had the corner office, the luxury car, and the kind of schedule that meant missing dinner with my family 4 nights a week. My husband handled most of the parenting for our 7-year-old daughter Emma. He'd left his architecture career to be the primary caregiver when my career took off. It worked for us. At least that's what I told myself. Every Friday, I'd go through Emma's school folder while she slept, signing permission slips and admiring her artwork. It was my way of staying connected, of convincing myself I wasn't missing too much. That Friday night in March started like any other. I'd missed Emma's bedtime again after a crisis meeting, but I made myself a glass of wine and settled in with her school folder. Amid spelling tests and math worksheets was a single piece of lined paper in her careful handwriting. My mom was written at the top minus clearly a class assignment about parents. I smiled, expecting the usual "my mom is pretty" or "my mom makes good cookies," but my husband was actually the baker in our family. Instead, I read, "My mom has the most important job in the whole world. That's why she can't come to my school plays or have dinner with us. Dad says we should be proud of her because she's breaking glass ceilings. I don't want her to break glass because she might get hurt. I just want her to come to my soccer game one time." My hand shook so badly I spilled my wine. Below this paragraph was a drawing of a stick figure in a suit, waving from inside a tall building, while a smaller figure stood outside looking up. I couldn't breathe. This wasn't just a child missing her mother. This was Emma constructing a narrative to explain my absence, to make sense of why her mother was never there. At the bottom of the page, her teacher had written, "Emma speaks about you with such pride. Would you like to be our office day speaker next month?" I took the note to my husband, who was working on designs in his home office. "Have I really never been to a single soccer game?" I whispered. He looked up surprised. "You came to the end of one last season? For about 10 minutes? What time are they, Tuesday afternoons?" "I've told you, but I always have the executive committee meeting on Tuesdays." He nodded, turning back to his computer. Not accusatory, just matter of fact. I realized he'd stopped expecting me to show up long ago. I didn't sleep that night. I kept thinking about that little stick figure looking up at the building. I convinced myself that providing financially was enough, that Emma would understand someday why I wasn't there. But she already had her own understanding, and it was breaking my heart. Monday morning, I walked into my boss's office and resigned. He thought I was leveraging for a raise and offered me an additional $75,000 on the spot. "It's not about the money," I said, surprised to find tears in my eyes. "I have another job offer I can't refuse." 2 days later, I was sitting on metal bleachers in the spring sunshine, watching 22nd graders chase a soccer ball. Emma didn't score any goals. Her team lost badly. But when she saw me there, her entire face transformed with a joy I hadn't seen in years. That night at dinner, our first weekday dinner together in months, she couldn't stop talking about her friends, her teacher, the book she was reading. It was like meeting my daughter for the first time. I've since started a consulting business I run from home 3 days a week. We make less money but have movie nights and homework time and Sunday pancakes. My husband has taken on some architectural projects again, finding his own passion rekindled. Last week, Emma brought home another assignment. "My hero" was the title. "My mom is my hero," she wrote. "She helps people make their businesses better, but she still comes to all my soccer games. She knows how to do important things and still be there for the most important things. Some glass ceilings aren't meant to be broken. Some are meant to be walked away from, so you can look up and see the sky."